What? I made an omelet.
It's just past 10 a.m. and Todd Gloria is volunteering at a North Park cafe, preparing meals for seniors. He's still working on his omelet flipping technique.
Did you see that? Anybody? Did you catch that? That's my second one. That was better than the first one.
The program is called Great Plates Delivered. The state of California pays restaurants to prepare and deliver meals to older adults who are stuck at home because of COVID-19. Gloria strikes up a conversation with the chef, who says he's working 3 jobs to keep his family afloat. Gloria later tells me he can sympathize.
I grew up in a working class family. I rode the bus as a young man. I understand what a lot of folks must do to get by.
Before he was elected to the state assembly, Gloria served on the San Diego City Council for 8 years, including 6 months as interim mayor. As the COVID-19 pandemic takes its toll on the city budget, Gloria says this is an area where he has relevant experience.
I served as the city's budget chair for 6 of the 8 years that I was at City Hall. We were able to take the city from massive budget deficits resulting from the Great Recession, turn them into surpluses and reserves that thankfully will help mitigate some of the cuts that will be necessary going forward. I would point out that the city was running a deficit prior to the pandemic, a really reflection of, I think, the poor fiscal stewardship over the last 4 years by this mayor and by my opponent, who is the chair of the Budget Committee.
Great. Well, I'm honored to have your vote, and thank you very much for coming to get a yard sign.
Gloria's opponent is City Councilmember Barbara Bree. We meet her at the home of a supporter as she's handing out yard signs and talking with a group of her backers.
You have a cat, too.
We have 2 cats, 4 dogs.
Wow.
Bree was elected to the council in 2016. Before politics, she had a successful business career, co-founding an e-commerce company and incubating other tech startups. She says she's proud of helping sink the Soccer City ballot measure in 2018, demanding an independent audit of the city's overbilling of water customers, and asking tough questions about the city's bad record on real estate deals.
So I'm running for mayor, first of all, to bring accountability and transparency to City Hall, to lead an inclusive economic recovery as we come out of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has exemplified our existing inequities. And it's why I believe my private sector experience is so important in creating jobs, in terms of how we're going to have an economy that's going to get everybody back to work.
Bree's platform includes banning dockless scooter sharing companies and short-term home rentals. She says she supports increasing density near public transit stops as a way to alleviate the city's housing crisis, but opposes allowing duplexes in neighborhoods otherwise restricted to low-density housing. Bree still hasn't decided how she'll vote this election on Measure A, which would allow the city to issue bonds to fund affordable housing. She says the measure's increase to property taxes gives her pause.
Andrew, when we raise property taxes, somebody pays. I mean, homeowners pay, renters pay, it's all passed on. So we're in the middle of a pandemic. What I might have done 6 months ago, different than why I'm still thinking today, because we still have many San Diegans out of work, and this could be a very challenging time to raise taxes.
Gloria supports Measure A and says when San Diego is tasked with tackling big problems like homelessness, later too often becomes never.
Even in this pandemic, even in this recession, even with people marching in the streets, the most common thing that is shared with me as a concern by San Diegans is homelessness. They see thousands of our neighbors sleeping outdoors, unsheltered, and they want something done about it. And this is a way we can do something about it.
San Diego's next mayor will face more than just a massive budget deficit at the city. Unemployment is still higher than its peak during the Great Recession. Thousands of families could face eviction, making the homelessness crisis even worse. Who occupies the most powerful position in city government matters now more than ever. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.